Hello and welcome to the EB Knits YouTube channel. My name is Emily. I'm the founder and creator behind everything you see here at EB Knits. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited. We've got like 30 new subscribers in the last month. And I know it's not a lot, especially for a lot of other people with podcasts and whatnot. But for me, I'm really excited that 30 whatever of you, 38 or however many there are, I just want to subscribe and be alerted when I have new items. So thank you so much for joining me. I really want to cultivate a community, as I've said before, and so leave your comments. How can we connect further? And I would love to get to know you. You can find me on social media at EB Knits on Instagram and Facebook if you want to see what I'm doing off of YouTube. EBKnits.org is my shop if you want to see things I've made and have available as well. So today, though, I'm talking about what I'm wearing. This is the Camaro Sweater by Tanis Fiber Arts. It is... Obviously, I made it short sleeve, so I avoided sleeve island. And I kind of want to talk to you. Hopefully, I'll keep this concise, but I always say that and then end up just talking. So we will see. But I wanted to talk about expand beyond my Ravelry page and what you've seen on Instagram and have one spot for all my notes on this sweater. And overall, though, I have to say I really enjoyed it. I definitely want to make another one in the pattern. She has, or in her picture, she has... like this, where it's all 8 or 9 rows of color, and then she has one where, you know, the colors are, some are wider, some are thinner stripes, etc. So I want to make that one as well in another version, which who knows when I'll get to. It's not going to be next month or anything like that, but that is something I do. It's always nice, you know, when it's like a pattern that, okay, this was so well thought out, this was so well explained, this pattern was so clear, I want to make another one, I really like it. So I definitely recommend the pattern. And again, it's called the Camaro Sweater. So I did some modifications, which mainly, the main one was the short sleeves. So she has directions for 3/4 sleeves and long sleeves. I live in Orlando, Florida, and I've said this before, but I don't have a need for long sleeve sweaters in this temperature. I thought I would still make long sleeve sweaters when I came here originally, but because also I'm from Illinois, I'm from Chicago, my family's still there, so I thought, I'd just be going, you know, visiting quite often in winter, fall, and can just wear my sweaters there. And that was totally fine with me, except then COVID happened, there's a pandemic, I haven't seen my family like that, and here I don't need the sweater. So now I've been focusing on now I've been focusing on short sleeve sweaters for the most part, some tank tops. I want to continue with that and with cooler temperature fibers for the cooler temperatures, and then perhaps some cardigans if I'm going to go the long sleeve route, because I think those are more versatile for the warm weather rather than a whole pullover. So that is why I went with the short sleeve route, and I think I'll get more wear out of it. This material is 100% superwash merino, but the black is actually 100% baby alpaca. Now, my cat is sitting on my project bag. She just came over, so I'm going to, excuse me. Okay, thank you. You can lay down again. I wanted to show you the yarn I used. This is the baby alpaca. This is all from my stash. So the last however long, I've been trying to focus on just using yarn from my stash because I have it. I want to support other small businesses and other fiber artists, but it just, honestly, it's not my budget right now, and I've really enjoyed being creative with trying to figure out how to use my stash. I did purchase this yarn in 2020. These colors are from Ken Yarn. They are his Black Lives Matter mini set, and it was 11 mini skeins, 20 grams of just these colors. It was mystery, and all the proceeds went to Black Lives Matter. So when I received this, I thought it was so gorgeous. I used 9 of the 11 colors. I did not use this one, which is kind of brownie. And I was going to use this gray, but I ended up not. So I had it balled up and ready to go, but didn't end up using it. I used the rest of the colors. All of my stripes are 8. Most of my stripes are 8 rows. Some of them are 7 because I ran out of yarn at like the biggest part. Like this blue was only 7, this gold might only be 7, and the purple might only be 7. But the rest are 8. Also, again, back to the pattern, there's some really good tips about the clean lines when you're changing color. Why can't I think of that word right now? Seamless color transition? Jogless stripes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so she talks about jogless stripes, and she talks about where the best place is to add new colors in. So those were good tips in the pattern that I thought were really cool extras that I haven't always seen in all kinds of patterns. Like I said, some of the colors I used them all, some of them I didn't, like the very top stripe, this blue, which is another modification. I have extra. This green, I have more. Oh, there's a lot of this that needs to be rolled up. Like this is all I have left of the purple. This is all I have left of this pinky color. So some of them I used a lot of it, but then yeah, like this green and then this brownie gold, I have that much left of. So that is where I'm at there. And then the baby alpaca in black, which is the main color. Sorry about my hair that is attached to that. I was a little bit nervous about using baby alpaca in a garment, but I've heard it's really drapey, and I wasn't using it in the shoulders. This is, merino. So just as a bottom, I thought that it would be appropriate. It's fine right now. It blocked really well. It's really soft and comfortable. But we'll see, I guess, over time how it wears, because I have been cautioned against having a 100% baby alpaca or alpaca garment because of how much it will stretch and drape and over time. So we will see, but I think I kind of did it strategically where it's not in the shoulders, it's just down at the bottom. So I think that'll be okay. The black yarn is left over. It was in my stash I made my mom a lace scarf, and I had about 2 balls left over. I used a ball and a half, I would say, for this sweater. So there is 3/4 of a ball or so left here. What else? I thought of some things. Oh, another modification I made, this. So it actually calls for a rolled collar. I'm not super into that look, and saw other Ravelry users in their project pages talk about starting at like the second stripe and then picking up stitches and making this 2x2. No, I did 1x1. Making a 1x1 collar. So I did that. I did the math, started cast on for the number of stitches at the beginning of the second stripe, and then ended up picking up 6 of every 7 stitches for this collar. Next, I did a 1x1 rib with a tubular bind off. Next time, I would probably just pick up every one, because it's not tight, obviously, but I don't even mind if it's a little bit of a bigger collar too. So, but I think it's totally fine. I did do 2x2 ribbing on the cuff, I guess you would call it, or the finishing of the sleeve. I mean, it's hard to see because it is black, because the pattern calls for 2x2 ribbing at the bottom of the sweater. But I knew I wanted to do tubular bind off, and I couldn't figure out how to do 2x2 ribbing with tubular bind off, and I wanted to make sure it still looked good, so I just went with the 1x1, and I think it looks nice. She also calls for a split hem, which I did not do. I knew I wanted my sweater to be a little bit cropped. Well, it's not cropped, but I didn't want it super long. Like, she has a crop version and she has a waist length version or hip length version, and I didn't want the hip length version. I wanted a shorter option, and I thought it might just hit at like the top of my jeans. I think it's going to be a little bit longer than that after it's blocked, which is totally fine now, but I didn't want a split hem and then it like showing my skin at the very bottom of the sweater hit the top of my jeans. So I avoided the split hem, and it's totally fine. I like that. Just to each his own, So let me take a sip of water. Okay. I think those are, other notes. So I did plan my colors in advance. This is actually kind of round 2 of the sweater, to be honest. So round 1 of the sweater, when I started, I had a larger needle size, and I was starting with a larger size of the sweater, and I had the colors in a little bit of a different order. I don't totally remember, but so I did it, and I realized, okay, 1, I misread the yoke instructions, the yoke increase instructions. Like, So this is a V, and then it's short rows all around here. Hopefully I'm not giving too much away. And I totally misread it. I don't know why, like clearly thinking about it, whatever. I don't know. I was just going too fast and was like, I just want to do this sweater really fast. I want to get it in like a week. I cast it on at Christmas and I was hoping to like get it done somehow by January 1st. I mean, it's DK weight, so I know it could have gone fast, but I was just in too much of a rush. I need to slow down, read the actual pattern because it was very well written, and figure it out. So that was just entirely my error, not the pattern at all. So by the time I realized that, I had done a lot of the colors. I had also tried on the sweater and realized it's pretty large. And this is super wash, so I know it's going to stretch when it's blocked. So I ripped the whole thing out because I had to, because the yoke was all wrong. But then I went down another needle size and I went down another size in the pattern. And then I rearranged my colors a little. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. Now, a note on me. All right. Okay, guys, so my video actually stopped recording because I was talking too much and my phone didn't have enough storage. So I've got to get all these video kinks worked out because I keep deleting things, it keeps not recording, and I keep having to redo it, and that's on me, but I want to be more efficient with my time. So, I'm going to, overall, to summarize the pattern, this is again the Camaro Sweater by Tanis Fiber Arts. The yarn is Ken yarn, the black yarn is Lion Brand Baby Alpaca from the LB collection. I 100% recommend. The pattern is very well thought out, is very well explained. I have done wrap and turn short rows before, but only like twice. So it was. I went ahead and watched a YouTube tutorial, but she also explains it in her pattern, so just kind of like reaffirming what I thought I knew. So it was really nice the way she has things super well thought out and explained. I'm not sure if I got cut off, but I also want to mention she had some good tips about like seamless or jogless stripes and color changes, where to put your new colors. And then also, because there's so many colors here, this was not from Tanis, but Stephen West has a like cheat how to weave your ends in while you go tutorial on his Instagram. I don't know if it's like anywhere else or on his YouTube or if he has a blog, but it's definitely on an IGTV. And I went ahead and did that method for, I went ahead and did that method for a lot of these stripes because I wanted to weave in ends as I went. I didn't want to come back and weave in all these ends because I'm lazy and weaving in ends is no fun. I always weave in my ends when I finish the project because I'm not that person that could just set a project aside and start something new. Like, I have to do one or two things, move on, complete it, and then move on. I don't like when things are just sitting there. I get like anxiety. It's all in my head about it. So I just need to like finish a project and then move forward. But still, weaving in ends is not the most fun. And so that's a little cheat because he has so many like colorful shawls and whatnot. And that is another, like, so this is an example of what to do with mini skeins. But another great example or another great suggestion is Stephen West. So he has so many colorful shawls and sweaters and hats and all the things, and he's such a color genius. I can't wait to try one of his, I can't wait to try some of his patterns, or one of his patterns at least. Hopefully that'll be in 2021. But that's another suggestion of what to do with mini skeins. So, or just like make a colorful hat, make a sweater, add some stripes in. I did that with the sweater I made in 2019. It was like the Stockinette Beginner Raglan by Knititude, but then I just added some stripes in of fun colors in the middle section, and you always do that, make a color block. Anyway, those are just some ideas for mini skeins because I know, like, or with advents, whatever, with mini skeins, it's like, oh, they're so cute and so colorful, and you want to try out the dyer, and you want multiple colors, but what do I do with them? So you can always put them in a blanket, but those are some other suggestions and people to look out for as well. So I think with that, I'm going to wrap it up. You can find me at EBKnits on Instagram and Facebook. EBKnits.org is my website. I did share some like in the making videos and photos on Instagram, so I will save them and insert them into this video as well. And I still have to go out and take some finished object photos outside. I will do that in a few days. So this video should be published sometime in February, mid-February, I'm guessing. And you will see all the pretty pictures I take outside. And I just can't wait. This sweater is really comfy. And today it's kind of chilly out, so it's comfortable to wear a sweater too. So I'll probably leave this on for the rest of the day. Thanks guys for watching. Leave a comment if you've made the Camaro sweater, if you want to make the Camaro sweater, or if you have an idea what I should make next. What are your favorite colorful projects? I'd love to hear. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I need to make this a more thorough and effective process, and I am just working on that. So thank you so much. Have a great day.